Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover Fresh milk. Made with love by Clover.
It's the weekend, baby! Welcome back, South Africa. Watch out, Red Velvet. There's a new favorite in town. Our Clover Fresh Milk Beetroot Velvet Cake might seem a little odd, but makes perfect sense. What could be a better way to hide veggies in a tasty fashion and uplift any blue mood? So we say, let them eat cake.
Yes! And we don't have any blue moods today. We're very happy with our Clover Blue.
Clover Blue in a blue bottle?
Yeah.
Perfect way to uplift any mood.
Exactly.
It actually pairs perfectly with our beetroot velvet cake today.
I want to know about this beetroot velvet. Talk me through it, because it's the first time that I make a cake like that.
Well, my son loves beetroot. He absolutely loves beetroot. And luckily, I don't have to hide it. He enjoys it in its normal form. So actually, it's an ode to him to say, "Ma Baba, this is for you."
Baba, this is for you. I hope you're watching your mama.
Awesome. So we're going to start by making our cake today. And as usual, when we're baking, there's wet ingredients, dry ingredients. So what I've started with is that I'm creamed in some of our sugar and some butter. So all I did was to lighten it up to make it easier for us to whip everything else together. And then to start it off, I've also got some of our other wet ingredients. I've got in here some eggs. So all I need for this recipe is 1 egg and an egg yolk. So I don't want
the egg yolk? That is probably to enrich it a little bit.
Correct.
And add more protein to it. Isn't that true? Yeah.
That is very true to exactly the word that you used, which is enrich. So that's what we've done here. So I've gone in with my egg yolks, and all I'm going to do is just cream this in before I add the rest of the ingredients, because I just want it to be lightly incorporated.
I can just imagine the beetroot flavor, because beetroot is very earthy, and it can actually give that beetroot earthy flavor into the cake. That is going to be absolutely amazing.
And the perfect thing is that we also pair it with chocolate, which makes it such an amazing
It's amazing. I think it's a perfect combination. I can imagine dark chocolate, beetroot, a glass of red wine.
Exactly. You've said it. You've done it, right? So now that I've added the butter and the eggs in here, I'm going to go in with the rest of my wet ingredients, which is some of our oil. All the recipe details, guys, you can go on afternoonexpress.co.za and get all that information. And then I go in with some beetroot puree. So what we did with the beetroot is that we just cooked it. After cooking it, peeled off all the top skin, and then I just blended it. So you literally don't even have to add food coloring. This is all the coloring you need from here.
And then vanilla essence, some flavor in.
Yes, but I've also got some vinegar in here. I've got some apple cider vinegar and just normal vinegar. And then we go in with the last of the wet ingredients before I add our milk. And that is our vanilla essence, like you've just mentioned.
And that we're using today is the Clover milk. But what I like about it, it has got high quality. It lasts for 18 days in your fridge. It goes to 55 quality test. Love it, love it, love it.
Love it. So then, last but not least, is our hero ingredient today, which is our Clover Fresh milk in the blue bottle, which is so recognizable when you're in store. When you're buying it, you can actually see it from a mile away. So that's just the wet ingredients. Now I'm going to go in with the dry ingredients, and it's literally just some flour, some baking powder, some salt. The salt is already there, and some cocoa powder. And I
love the addition of the cocoa powder, because it's going to add that rich earthy note. It's actually going to enhance the rich earthy flavor of the beetroot.
Exactly.
And it goes very well together.
All right. And so all I do is then I just fold these together, the wet and the dry. And as usual, we always say, whenever you're baking, do not overmix, especially if you're making a recipe of this kind, because we don't want for it to be too dry or for it to be too hard when you bake it. So we just want it to be nice and, you know, fluffy and delicious and divine.
And that's a perfect folding technique there. I hope the people are watching. It's like just turning the bowl and fold it over, fold it over.
Correct.
Look at that color.
Exactly right. It's so, this is what we meant by the velvet.
Yeah,
this is the velvet part of it. And you just keep folding. It's not a train smash if you still have some specks of flour here and there, but the aim is to try and make sure that it is as incorporated as possible. And all that's going to happen here is we're going to put this into an oven and bake at 180 degrees.
In the center of the oven.
In the center of the oven for about 30 to 32 minutes.
That's it.
And that's it. And basically what's going to happen now is you're going to show us the frosting that we have on this amazing recipe. And guess what? It also uses beetroot puree.
Yes, I see I've got here. Because I haven't made this frosting before, peeps. So you can, I'm also learning now. So I've got some cream, whipped cream in here, and some cream cheese. Look at that, it really looks so luscious. And I've just folded that through. And now I'm going to flavor it. You must always remember to flavor your frosting. And I'm going to use some vanilla, and then the beetroot is going to be be extra. So I'm going to add a bit of the vanilla in here. I love this vanilla paste because I can actually see the little seeds inside here. So that's a vanilla paste. I'm going to add cacao because you've added cacao. I'm going to add that in here.
Okay.
Cocoa. That is what they said. The producer always said, Anel, it's cocoa, not cacao. But sorry, guys. I don't know why I do that. And I'm going to add the beetroot puree. Look how beautiful this is.
It's amazing, right?
Look up, and it's going to color it, and it's also going to give that earthy flavor to it. And I'm going to add some honey for extra sweetness because we haven't added any sugar in here. So it's actually only the cream and the cream cheese, and then our sweetness is from this honey. So oh gosh, that looks so divine. Look at this. If you can just look at it, how beautiful it's going to color in here. And I can smell that beetroot, guys. I can just imagine how it's going to taste. I think, you know how I love icing and stuff and bowls, and I think this is going to be mine that I'm going to take home. So this is what it looked like, Mzansi. Look how beautiful. Ooh. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And there's still a little bit of texture in the beetroot because you don't want to overcook it. You still want a little bit of the texture. And that's basically why you see all those specks in there.
And that goes on top of your cake. And then you just take a lot of berries. Just gooi it up. Make it luscious and sexy and beautiful. Because that is what cakes is about.
Basically.
Huh? It's like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake, but let them eat like a divine cake.
Yes, not something that they're used to. Put some beetroot in there if you have to. Put some other veggies if you have to. And that's basically it.
So I just want to show the people again what this looks like, and then you've got like a look at that. It is absolutely divine.
It's divine.
And then you've got a cake on that side that we're actually going to decorate and just pour this over.
So basically, now that this is done, let me put this away. I'm going to take this out of the cake tin because we've baked this earlier, and all I want to show
look at that.
It basically goes into any normal cake tin that you have, and all we do now is I'm going to put our amazing frosting that you've made for us with our red, blue, purple, green. What color is this? Pink velvet beetroot cake.
This is like a rich cerise pink. Ooh. But look how beautiful.
Is it fuchsia? Is the color fuchsia?
Yeah, it looks like fuchsia. I think Polly had a dress, pants on like that the other day. That looks like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is it. We just put it into our cake, and we're going to put this in the fridge to set nicely.
Yeah.
So it's going to hold its form because of the cream cheese. It's going to hold its form because of the cream that we just put in there. And then basically that's it. We're going to enjoy this with a glass of milk.
Can I take that cake to Ricky Baby tonight for the weekend? Because I know I'll be in his good books with bringing that cake home.
Okay, I guess I can't really argue with that. Now, that's one way to step into the weekend. And if you want to get baking with us, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get this tasty recipe.
Made with love by Clover.
Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover Fresh milk. Made with love by Clover.